right, now I have a can of pineapple juice on the table, and since we have the luxurious Benelli M4, we have to try one of our spicy slugs. It's been a while since we've shot one of these, so let's see if they still work. That one was so spicy it took branches off the tree like 30 feet above it. That might be a first. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. We got a big one for you guys today. After this video, I can officially retire my YouTube career as a happy man because today we are checking off a very big bucket list gun for me. The one and only Benelli M4. Pure coincidence how I ended up with this thing. It's a gun that I've always wanted, but never wanted to pay for. And I was at the gun shop the other day, and somebody walked in who apparently watches the videos. We got to talking, long story short, I ended up with a Benelli M4, and here we are. So this is one of the most iconic shotguns of all time. I would argue it's probably the most iconic semi-auto shotgun. It has a stellar reputation in military, law enforcement, combat, etc., where most other semi-autos just would not make the cut. This thing is sauce. Obviously, with semi-auto firearms, especially shotguns, the chances of a malfunction go up dramatically, and the Benelli M4 has been proven over many years to be as reliable and dependable as any semi-auto out there, which is why it does have such a good reputation. I've only shot one of these one other time, and it was not enough to form a full opinion, so I'm excited to have this thing for the day and get to shoot it as much as we would like. The Benelli M4. This is a big one, guys. Let's do it. One feature of the military Benellis that you don't see too often on civilian guns anymore is the 1014 adjustable buttstock, and that is because of 922R compliance. Basically, you can't have this stock and grip combination or a magazine tube that holds more than 5 rounds unless you make it compliant with American parts or register it, which this one is. It's interesting how many gun guys turn Fed in the comments as soon as they see something on video that might violate a tyrannical law. So just wanted to clear that up. Let's shoot this thing. There's like no recoil. That is glorious. Yeah, that's definitely one of the nicest feeling shotguns I've ever fired in my life. Sometimes you just pick up a gun that feels like a tank. Really dense, really well made, like you could just use it as a hammer. And that is exactly how this thing feels. Okay, that was low brass birdshot, which is usually the most challenging for a semi-auto shotgun. Let's try some double-aught buckshot. Very minor difference in recoil. There was definitely a little bit more that was full power double-aught buckshot, but really not that much of a difference. And we'll go ahead and try a couple 12 gauge slugs, see how these feel. I'm not sure if this red dot's even zeroed, but we'll give it a shot. Pretty much perfect. We got the wad. 12 gauge shotgun slug wad that bounced right back to us. The recoil on those was significantly less than the double-aught buckshot. It was probably closer to the birdshot. And once again, you can see it also cycled those flawlessly. Let's see if we can move that metal trash can. Almost knocked it down the hill. So one big claim to fame of the Benelli M4 and the reason it has been so successful in combat is the Argo gas system and its ability to reliably cycle pretty much everything. So I want to give it the ultimate reliability test. We have 5 targets on the table, and what I want to do is load the magazine tube with birdshot, buckshot, slug, buckshot, birdshot, in that order, and see if it can get through all 5 rounds with no hiccups. And by the way, I'm wearing this stupid sleeve because I got some new tattoos that I can't expose to sunlight for a couple weeks, so it's not just a poor fashion choice. All right, let's do this. The birdshot is very low power target load, and the buckshot is full power double-aught buck. So we're going from the bottom of the spectrum all the way to the top. Let's see if it cycles. Yep, no surprise, it ran absolutely perfect. I wasn't sure on the holdover at super close range, so I just barely decapitated the watermelon and the 2-liter. So let's finish them off. I reloaded with some double-aught buckshot. Let's take them out. I love shotguns. All right, now I have a can of pineapple juice on the table, and since we have the luxurious Benelli M4, we have to try one of our spicy slugs. It's been a while since we've shot one of these, so let's see if they still work. I think it worked. That one was so spicy it took branches off the tree like 30 feet above it. That might be a first. All right guys, some basic info on the Benelli M4. This is an Italian shotgun. Obviously Benelli is an Italian company. It was designed in 1998 and has been in service since 1999 in various countries, including the United States Marine Corps. So pretty much immediately, these shotguns went into combat and have been used ever since. Very successfully, I might add. The Benelli M4 uses a proprietary action design called the Auto-Regulating Gas-Operated, or the Argo system, which was designed specifically for this gun. It's a very simple short stroke design that auto-regulates to accommodate all different kinds of ammo. So you can basically shoot anything through this gun without making adjustments to the gas system, and it should still cycle reliably, which so far has proven to be true. Capacity is 5+1 on the civilian models and 7+1 on the military or law enforcement models. This is obviously the H2O version that has that silver weather resistant finish, which I love. This is probably my favorite version of the Benelli M4 right here. 18.5 inch barrel, so as short as you can legally go without registering it. And it uses a ghost ring sight system with a Picatinny rail for mounting optics. This one also has the 1014 collapsible buttstock, which I don't think they sell to civilians anymore. So if you go to buy one now, it's probably gonna have a fixed buttstock, unfortunately. The MSRP on these is around $1,800. This version is a little bit more. Obviously, value is subjective depending on how much money you make, but I would say the Benelli M4 is definitely worth the price. If I had to pick one do-it-all semi-auto shotgun, the Benelli M4 would be that gun. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish off our video on the most iconic semi-auto shotgun with probably the most iconic target that we shoot on this channel, a Ballistic Dummy Lab human head. Now we have shot these with pretty much every type of gun you can imagine, and shotguns are among the most effective, but we always just shoot one round and stop. Today I wanna run the scenario of a real holy crap moment when you dump the entire magazine tube. So this evil POS has done something pretty heinous and one shot isn't enough. What happens when you rapidly unload one of the most effective close range firearms in the world on a Ballistic Dummy Lab head? Let's find out. And since this is a self-defense test, we're gonna use double-aught buckshot going 1,300 feet per second. I've got 5 rounds in it. I have a feeling there won't be too much left after the first 2 or 3, but let's see how long he lasts. So the first one might have went a little bit low. I can't tell. I am very close to the target. But that right there is a perfect example of why we usually only need one shot from a shotgun, because they just obliterate stuff. Well, we definitely didn't get through the whole magazine tube like I wanted to. The first one hit a little bit low, right to the face, and then the second one just completely removed his head, basically. There's a swarm of bees over here. I'm not sure why, but you can see some of that damage that we have on the ballistic shell. The entire face is pretty much gone, and we even have some exit holes right there on the back of the ballistic shell. So he's not feeling too well after that one. And over here is the inside of our ballistic dummy head. You can see the damage. We've got a couple giant exit holes right there on the back, and then the rest of it just pretty much came apart. So there's your answer. Close range with a Benelli M4. Chances are you will not need the entire magazine tube. All right, guys, that is going to conclude our video on the Benelli M4. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, I want to thank the owner of this beautiful piece of machinery for letting me borrow it to make today's video. I really appreciate that. That's about it. Like I said earlier, if I could only have one 12-gauge shotgun to do everything, the Benelli M4 would probably be that gun. I love everything about it. So hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. As always, hit the like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.